Welcome back to Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We have Bryant Falconer, the co-host of the year. As far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, dude.
That lie?
You know what? I've been talking about you for a long time.
Have you talked good about me?
No, and that's
and
you know what.
And
in 2021, I've decided to turn over a new leaf.
Talk even worse.
So anyway, hey man, how you been, brother?
Hey man, I'm making it good, brother. We doing good.
Nice, man. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a good week. You know, I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
My daughter's coming home.
Yes.
Dude, we're going to pick her up tomorrow.
That's a blessing, bro.
Dude, you realize it's been 18 months.
Yeah.
And I sent her a message the other day that said, hey, I'd like to take you to lunch once you get settled in. You know what I mean?
Give her an opportunity to get back
she's
here.
got to quarantine for 14 days.
Yeah.
And then, she's going to want to see all of her friends that she hadn't seen in 18 months. Yeah. So, I fall in the food chain somewhere.
So,
I got a heart that meant, I'll fit you in
somewhere
there, and I'm good with that. I'm just so excited that she's flying home, man.
I feel you, bro. Maybe in 2 years I'll be able to have that enjoyment because my daughter's over in Kuwait right now. So,
wow,
she just got out of her quarantine from going over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she had to spend 14 days in quarantine when she touched down. So,
yeah, that's
just praying, man, praying.
We'll all be praying, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, so anyway, this show we're going to talk about. This coming Sunday is the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl Sunday.
And I don't know about everyone else, but I'm a football fan. Mm-hmm. I'm not a super fan because I believe
the Cowboys
in
have
facts.
been there in 25 years.
Hey, I believe in facts, not hype. If I was a hype guy,
oh yeah. We know who they are.
If you're a hype guy and a Cowboy fan, you are just the happiest person on the planet. until the Super Bowl. But then right the day after the Super Bowl, we're going to win next year. I already know that. I already know.
The day the season ends, we get there next year. Watch.
Exactly. And so, I don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
But Super Bowls and the playoffs I love.
Yeah.
And it's like I love the fact that when I go into the playoffs, I really don't care who's going to win. I just want a really good game.
That's true.
And I tell you what, these playoffs we had this year were some of the best playoffs I've seen.
You had competition in every game.
Yes.
Great
competition.
Nobody got blew out.
Playmakers making the most of whenever the opportunity came.
Yeah.
And so I love the games, man. I was like, I think early on the one team I was kind of pulling for was because, Sean, our Patreon that loves the Browns. And I was pulling for the Browns, man. They beat Pittsburgh.
They were a team that was in there that nobody saw the Browns getting in there.
No.
And then the way they played this season, folks was like, well,
up and down,
are they real?
Up and down,
Are they
and
real?
then they put it on.
Yeah.
And dude, that defense actually played some good.
They got a quarterback in Baker, man. I'm gonna own up to it.
Okay.
The dude is a beast because he has that McMahon mentality. He don't care.
I agree, but that's just one of the things we're going to talk about later in the show.
He's like, you're going too far. You're going too far. Slow down, bruh.
So, yeah, we want to give a shout-out to all the Patreons. If you guys watch on the YouTube channel, we put all their names up at the end, and we just want to say thank you to you guys. We've got a huge announcement coming up for a Patreons or for our Patreons who are producers and up.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting in the shipment. When this show comes out, we should have already received the new Cigar Talk Challenge coins.
Wow.
And so the Patreons that are on the producer level and up get those.
And you'll be the only ones with them.
Yeah, I mean, and
you get to put them on your
rare.
social media, and people are going to be like, how did you, where, what? Yeah.
And anyway, so that's one of the big things I'm excited about. And the cool thing is, I ordered these like 4 weeks ago, and they told me that they would not be here until the middle to late March. And I got a shipping notice, and I was like, what the heck is that? Those aren't due in. And I was like, holy crap, they're coming in early. So instead of waiting until March, we're going to get them kicked out this month.
I got you, bro.
So anyway, we're excited about that. And then also, let's talk about our sponsors right quick. We have Case Elegance.
Yes.
Their beautiful humidor line that's craftsmanship, and I mean, they got a lot of their cool stuff too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, did you see they're carrying Cigar now, and
watch cases,
the watch cases, and I don't know what you call that leather bag.
It's a tote. It's
okay.
a tote.
Well, you know,
it's a business.
As far as I'm concerned, it's a man purse. But let me tell you what,
come on, dude,
it's badass. It is
not a
badass.
man purse, man.
Well, you know, if a man carries a bag, that's, you know, I'm not going to call it a tote. It is. We never had totes. Women had purses, and then we were like, "Oh, well, that sucks. We want one of those."
No, men never said they wanted purses.
Yeah, whatever. They saw them, and they were like, "No, I want a tote." Let's call it a tote.
Ready to tote it. Yes.
Hey, let's call it a tote, and it'll be fine. That's how, you know, we can't.
I'm not going there with you.
Exactly.
I'm not going.
So anyway, they make a leather.
I'll rock that.
We'll
tote.
say they make a leather tote
that
I am going to order.
You talked about it. You're going to order one.
Hey,
okay.
Well, you were going to say you're going to order one. I don't think we both should have the same bag.
Yeah.
We
won't carry them at the same time.
How about this?
we both
wear these shirts
with the totes.
Get the totes together.
Wait a minute.
Hey, on the show that I was on last night, I did say, I think, and that, you know, I could be mistaken, but I said something about like me and you. Have you ever seen the big cookie that's half white, half black? You've seen it, right?
Yeah.
They'd never seen it.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, that's coming together right there.
Right there, baby.
And that's a great cookie, too.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, yin and yang, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
talk about
we're also, let's talk about our sponsors as far as the Leaf goes.
What can you not say about the Leaf?
Dude, man.
I'm serious. What can you not say about the Leaf?
Saturday was great there. Friday was great there. I was there Friday. I didn't make it today because my wife had me working. And I didn't make it yesterday because my wife had me working.
Oh, you on vacation? That's right.
Yeah. And when I say I'm on vacation, my wife's like, great, because your daughter's coming home, and I got so many things for you to do. Dude, I pulled.
We have conversations about that. When I'm on vacation, don't bother me.
I pulled a toilet and replaced it with a new one today.
You're a great man. Let
me tell you something.
You got to find me on my vacation.
Ugh.
If you don't take a vacation with me, you got to find me because I'm going to be gone. Make sure I don't have to do work. I'm gone.
Well, then I need to go on vacation with you.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Well, let's talk about our sponsors for a minute.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we are very blessed. We're very fortunate, and, you know, I'll take it even further. We're honored because we do have some very, you know, just great sponsors.
Yes. We're fortunate.
Whenever you're able to genuinely tell people about your sponsors because you really think something of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we talk about Case Elegance, you know, the craftsmanship that goes into their humidors, their watch boxes, their leather totes. I mean, you know.
Calling it a tote now?
Well, you said I couldn't call it a purse.
Yes, thank you.
Which, that's a whole nother story. But, yeah, man, the quality is very impressive. And so we're honored to have them as a sponsor.
Most definitely.
You know, go by, check out down in the show notes. You can click on the web address for Case Elegance and go by there and see what they have. And dude, you know what I like to say?
What's that?
I don't know if they like me to say this, but they got badass man stuff.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
They like that
so,
because it's the truth.
Yeah,
it's the truth.
It's the truth. You go by there and there's like. everything is not for everyone, but they got a lot of things that are going to hit you
somewhere. Something is going to hit you.
Yeah, because I guarantee when you went and looked and when I went and looked, there were things that lit you up and there were things that lit me up. And I was
watch cases.
Yeah, you know.
And the tote.
you know how many watches I have
probably
in drawers, in my car console. I got watches everywhere that I don't wear. I don't wear a watch.
I do.
I know you do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I'll get a watch going. You know what? All my batteries die and then I never wear them again. That's what comes down to.
I take care of my watches. Man.
Yeah,
I do.
So anyway, check out their website.
Yes,
and
sir.
then let's talk about the Leaf for a minute.
What can we not say about the Leaf?
Dude, I was there Friday, Saturday. I couldn't do it Sunday because, you know, I started vacation and my wife is just like cracking the whip.
She just rolled out the to-do list and went across the street.
Yeah, you remember when we were kids and we watched Westerns and there was that guy sitting up there on the buggy and that mule was out there and he was just...
That's what happened to you?
That's me. And I'm like... I'm on vacation. And
but the Leaf Saturday was a great time. It really was.
Saturday was great. Yeah. Dude, and Ed's back in town. Isn't it good when we have our group to get right now we have our group going. It's nice. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I really enjoyed was it Saturday night I went up there.
You went back?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Larry and Ed were both there. Uh-huh. And then also, do you know Keegan?
Yes, I know
Keegan was there, cool. And Bill and his wife, the Calames, were there.
Wow. Bill came out at night?
Yeah. And so, you know, I was surprised to see them. Yeah. And anyway, it's just
that makes me upset
night.
I didn't come back.
Yeah, I was hoping you would, but, you know, got to take care of
home.
Yeah. That's right.
It's great because we were sitting there, like you said, our 10 o'clock crew. We were sitting there enjoying ourselves. Then a few of my brothers from the frat showed up. And it just became even a greater conversation. And it was just like the opportunity for like-minded people. And what was the glue? The sticks.
Yeah, the like-minded part is the stick.
Yeah. The rest of it, we went somewhere everywhere with the conversation. But that's what That's what happens at the Leaf, man. You have an opportunity to enjoy yourself, man. And I truly appreciate it. And the sticks are amazing.
Yeah, they really are. And, you know, I don't know how many times I've been in the humidor and I keep finding new sticks.
Yeah.
Dude, that Fonseca has become a go-to.
I got to try that. Because she was sitting there smoking that Saturday one. I was like, look at he enjoying that.
Dude,
I need to go get me one.
It knocked my socks. And, dude, I smoked one Friday for the first time. Uh-huh. And since Friday, I think I've smoked 6. I mean, I was like, they're that good.
All right.
So definitely.
I'm going to find out.
If you guys are looking for cigars, look down in the show notes. I've got the Leaf. You call them up, and everybody that I've talked to that's ordered from the Leaf, the service is spot on. The shipping is ASAP. And so,
and for those of you that have traveled down 20 and happen to stop in Abilene, 1166.
And let me tell you,
second, baby.
Here's a couple of cigars that I highly recommend that you call Jay and ask for.
Okay.
One is going to be the Medallia from McAuliffe. Okay. The second one is going to be the Green Band from Definition Cigars.
The Noir.
You call down there and you let them know Rob said, these are the 2 sticks I got to have. And he will get them out to you ASAP, dude.
No issues.
Yeah. So that brings us to
the Leaf.
McAuliffe. Where you been? We were just talking about the Leaf. Put the bottle down.
I don't have a bottle. I'm drinking tea right now.
I'm messing with you. So, yeah, the McAuliffe family. Dude, they just did. Oh, man, I'm so disappointed in myself.
What's that?
The McAuliffe Madness, where we vote for cigars to like the
March
Madness. Uh-huh. And I completely blew it. I went to the website. I'm going through my picks. And I misrecognized the opponent and was like, "Oh no, I don't want that." Clicked, and then as it was disappearing right before my eyes,
you saw what
I was like, "Reserva."
He was like, "No!"
And I was like, "I blew it."
You look like
I blew it,
like Macaulay Culkin off of Home Alone.
Yes.
Hands on both sides of your face. No,
Oh, dude. I was just like,
I blew it.
I blew it. I was really upset about it. In fact, I went ahead and finished it, but then I refreshed to see if I could start over. And it was like, no,
nope.
you
One
screwed
try.
the pooch.
You walked it.
So anyway, yeah, and that's one of the things McAuliffe is always doing, innovative things. Yes. Dude.
Interacting with their consumers, man. They make us number one.
Well, and I mean, it's a fun game to play.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't know any other cigar companies engaging with their consumers.
You don't have to think long. None.
I mean, not on that level.
No, none.
Well, I mean, I see guys chit-chatting on Instagram or Facebook.
No, it's
but
a different level.
Isn't that what I just said? Different level.
I'm just telling you,
It's spot on. Yeah. It's like engaging with you, not just entertaining you.
My verbiage, exactly.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong and you're right. But anyway, goes on to say that,
sir.
And the range of cigars, I tell you what the March Madness is really cool for is going, oh, man, I forgot about that stick. I got to go get one of those.
Yeah.
And that for me, that was the Riata. I was like, dude, Riata and coffee sounds really good to me. Yeah. Wouldn't that be good?
Ooh.
And then
I remember those mornings at the Leaf doing that, man. Riata and coffee.
Well, you know what? Next Saturday, I'll be out of town. Oh. But the next Saturday, it's going to be a Riata and my coffee.
I got you.
I'm going to do it.
I can see it. Relaxing time, a very, as they say, effervescent. An opportunity to just zone out from the rest of the stuff and enjoy yourself at one moment.
Did you tell everybody what we're smoking?
Nah, you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Thanks to our Patreon, a great guy, Sean, man.
Sean O'Connor.
Yes.
Who is a producer.
Yes. We're smoking the Dunbarton Famous Smokes 80th V2.
And I'll tell you what, I've never had this cigar.
Dude.
It's rich.
Yeah.
It is rich.
The aroma, I smelled maple in the aroma, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. But
with some semi-sweet chocolate.
This is a great stick.
I mean, you get that? That semi-sweet, it's like, it's not over the top sweet at all.
And the retrohale is just smooth.
Right. That's the creaminess. Yes, it is.
Thank you again, bro. Thank you again, man. These are some great sticks, and we're both smoking them. We're both smoking it. And he hasn't... The second, third. He's enjoying it.
I'm taking my time with it.
He's enjoying it. I like that. I like that.
So, some of the things that we're going to cover during the show, we already talked about, who we're going to be predicting to be the Super Bowl winner.
Mm-hmm. Pick six.
We're going to give our pick six, which is your top three, my top three.
Yes, sir.
And then we're going to talk about what cigars we say measure up to being smoked while you're watching the Super Bowl.
Tell the truth.
Who's worthy to be smoked while we're watching the Super Bowl?
While we're watching the Super Bowl.
And then,
how are we going to do that? 3 and 3 or what?
Yeah, because I figure I'll be smoking about 3 cigars during that. Because it's going to be 4 hours.
Yeah.
So at least there's going to be at least 3 for me. Okay. There could be a fourth, but I'll just name my 3, your 3. So we'll have 2 pick sixes.
Gotcha.
One for what we've smoked this week, and one what we think is, what did I say? Worthy
of the Super Bowl.
Of the Super Bowl game.
Gotcha, bro.
So anyway, we'll pick 3 of those, and you'll pick 3. And then coming up after that, we're going to talk about who's the GOAT. And no discussion right now. I know that's a passionate topic of yours, but I'm looking forward to that conversation. And then we're going to free ball Because you've got questions.
Could we go a little bit different than that phrase? Because I'm not free balling nothing. Commando is not my style, bro. I'm done. Can we find a different word for that, please?
That's not your choice.
No, nowhere near. I was raised off tidy whities. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't wear them now, but free balling is not. How did you think of that, bro? Come on now, man. Come on. Yeah. Put the glass down. Put the glass down. Come on, bro. We can find some. Yes, I have a few topics, and I'm not going that route with them, but there are a few topics that people want, and they were presented to me by one of the Patreons. So we're gonna go forward with it. This dude here, man. This dude here.
I don't understand that philosophy.
Yes, you do.
I don't understand that philosophy.
Why?
Because I don't
want to know that. TMI.
All right. Producer said no.
Yeah, me too. Anyway. I just got backup. Now I got a producer with me.
Just saying.
No, we don't want you to say.
Comfort.
No.
Producer actually said shut up.
Yes.
Anyway.
So let's move forward. Dig it.
All right, so let's talk about the prediction for the Super Bowl this week.
Who's going first?
I say you start. I come in. You rebuttal. Okay. I rebuttal.
I got you.
You get the final word.
My pick will be the Kansas City Chiefs.
And a score.
35-24.
Wow. Whew. You know, first of all, I'm going to tell you, man, it's tough to even think about going against Mahomes. He's playing such incredible ball.
So who is your pick? We need that first. Who's your pick? Because you coming with the rebuttal already.
I was agreeing.
So your pick is going to be
Oh. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that that was not a rebuttal.
We have a script. Somebody follows the script, and then there's this person that does the two words he said earlier, free and something else.
I say it's going to be...
Okay, Swami. You're looking like Johnny Carson with your eyes closed.
34-31.
Who?
Tampa Bay.
And
I'll go a step further. The Tampa Bay defense will score a touchdown.
So you're saying that your analogy is the only way I can see this is that Brady will get the ball last and they'll have 34 points. Because we know if that young guy from Texas Tech has the ball last, especially he needs more than just Kansas City's mindset is not we're going to tie a game. We're going to win. As we saw with what's his name? Chad Henne on the 4th and inches. Kansas City threw the ball. You see what I'm saying? They threw the ball on the 4th and inches with the backup quarterback in the most, important part of the game, because if they don't get that, you know where they are.
Right.
And it's a possibility of the game being lost and then not making it back.
Could be going home.
So you're saying that Kansas City will not get the ball last, Brady will have the ball last, and they will win 34-31.
Yeah, that's all clear. So is this your rebuttal?
Yeah, I can't see that.
Okay. Is you going to expound on that, or is that just it? You look at what Tampa Bay has done. It's all hinged upon Brady and his 20-something years in the NFL, his ability to see everything. Kansas City's mindset, it has been, as when they won earlier in the year against Tampa Bay, was to take him away from the game. The last time he played, he threw how many interceptions? 3. Brady threw 3 interceptions in the second half. He did.
You think that he could have those mishaps?
No.
and win the game.
I don't think he can.
And looking at Kansas City's defense, yes, they have a phenomenal offense. I have to attest to that because last year they beat the brakes off of us. They did. And we had a better defense than Tampa Bay has. And they have gotten better this year. You think that they could do that?
I do.
Okay.
Because are you done? You want to say anything else?
Quiet.
Okay. So here's my thing. I think if you saw Brady play the previous 2 games, you're not expecting him to throw 3 interceptions in the second half or the entire game.
Nobody.
I think no. Let me finish. It's my turn. So what I'm saying is, I give him 1, and I don't think that's a game changer because I think the Tampa Bay D will get 1 and make it count for 6 points. I'm not done. And I think that with Brady only throwing 1, it puts him at scoring in the neighborhood of 34, 35 points for the entire game. And I think that the defense of Tampa Bay is going to keep Mahomes running all day long, which, granted, I'll tell you, he plays excellent on the run. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I've seen a better player on the run than him. And I mean,
since Roger the Dodger,
I was going to say all the way back to probably Steve Young. Mm-hmm. Even Roger the Dodger was not this good. Steve Young was that good.
Yeah.
Dude went on the run. He was going to make a first down, throwing, running, or pop off a 40-yard touchdown. You didn't know. But with Mahomes, I think that this defense is going to keep him on the run so long that he will make 2 or 3 big mistakes. And that's just my that's how impressed I was with what that defense did against Aaron Rodgers. I was like, holy crap, they sacked him like 5-6 times. They had him everywhere, all over the field.
But 3 other teams did that to Aaron Rodgers this year.
Okay.
And if the Rams had any offense, it would have been different then. See, here's my thing. You can't allow Mahomes to stay in the pocket because he'll pick you apart.
Right.
You can't put him on the run because he'll pick you apart. And even if you cover all the receivers, he can still run a little bit. He's not going to do you Vic-wise or Deshaun Watson-wise, but he'll get a good 8-10 yards. And that's all that's needed.
He also gives the opportunity to get put out of any game at any time because he's not safe about sliding.
But wait a minute. If anybody touches Brady and get a clean hit on him, he's done. At 43 years old, he's done. Then who are you going to bring in? Who is Tampa Bay's backup?
I haven't seen.
Who is Tampa Bay's backup?
We don't know because we haven't needed one.
Thank you. But then Kansas City's backup came in and did a good enough job to keep them for them to go where. So here's the thing that I'm saying. You said that Mahomes will throw an interception or they'll get a turnover. On offense.
I said a turnover on 6 points.
Who's going to outrun the cheetah? This is the fastest man that's ever been in the NFL.
I agree.
Nobody's. 2 years ago, Sammy Watkins had a 30-yard lead on him. He caught him. And that's his own player.
I know. I've seen it.
So how are you going to say that it has to be an interception or a fumble within in their own red zone? So truthfully, when you look at everything about it, they have an aggressive special teams because they have returners that don't call fair catch. They run the ball. So you have guys coming down there that taking. You laughing. You got guys coming down there thinking they're gonna call fair catch, and these brothers are taking off, especially number 11.
You know what? You have so many valid points. I get it,
but he just believes that 43-year-old Brady is going to pull it out.
You know what? Based on his record, I have no reason to think he won't.
Oh, wow. 6-10 in the Super Bowl?
That's 60%. I'll take it all day long.
60% when you lost to Eli Manning twice?
You've been 10 times.
Dude, it doesn't matter.
You won 6.
Come on, man.
Now, I will say this, though. I will say this. Come on, man. Here's the one thing that Brady had that other teams didn't have. Other teams were never in that division. You're playing the Jets. You're playing the Dolphins.
I got you.
I mean, Buffalo. That's a little bit of a knock because Buffalo has not been good in a long time.
Until this year.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, that's every team's dream. Yeah. And
that's how they lasted as the perennial in that division for so long.
They got the home rest game almost every time.
Here's the difference between the AFC and the NFC. It didn't matter what division you were in. You had to fight every year for that. People say, well, New Orleans every year. Yeah, New Orleans, but they had to fight every year. Yeah, Breeze was great, but there were times when they didn't make it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And the NFC is different. So I give you that. I understand that.
And it is different.
It's
NFC,
totally
AFC, totally different.
Totally different. But the difference with the AFC for the last couple of years, dude, they have players.
They have talent.
Yes.
They do have talent.
They have talent.
And but if you look at the Chiefs, really I'm going to say Buffalo, which was there. And, the list falls off quick on the AFC.
Well, yeah, if you look at I don't know, because people have realized Baltimore still has a defense, but they realized their
Baltimore
offense
looked like crap.
Yeah, because they realized their offense. They
had a year to study.
They don't have a receiver.
Yeah.
Truly.
Hey, I'm available.
Well, that's why they got Dez. But you look at Baltimore, and everybody understands Pittsburgh, where their defense wasn't as dominant as it has been for so long.
Right.
And people realized if we just keep Roethlisberger making these mistakes, we can win, and that's what happened. Yes, true. They went 10-0, or was it 11-0, and then they started 11-0, and then they started losing. But that was because they started playing quality after 11-0. And those folks that figured them out after them 11 games, they're like, no, they really not anything. We make sure that you stop the run, and guess what? He gonna nut up, and that's what he did.
Absolutely.
But the AFC is.
Let me tell you this. That's your rebuttal. I've heard it. I get it. I understand it. And I want an exciting Super Bowl.
Me too.
I want a competitive one.
Me too.
I honestly don't really care who wins. Which is what, and that's why I just love a good game.
Yeah.
And you know what? The synopsis that I gave would be a great game. It would be a challenge. And that's why you're probably right on it, and I'm probably wrong.
We'll
but
see.
We will see.
We will see.
Anyway, let's move on.
So what's the stick?
Well, let's do the pick six, and then we'll talk about what 3 cigars we're going to smoke.
We didn't do the pick six.
Oh, see, you're slacking. Slacker. Tech 9.
Do you have your pick six, though?
I do have my pick six.
Okay, let me go first.
No, I want you to go
first. I wonder why. Okay, my number one is the CAO Brasilia.
CAO
Brasilia.
Man, I haven't had one of those in a long time. Was it really good?
It is, man. It's a good quality stick. People pass it over because when you say CAO, people think about the flatheads and everything else,
right?
The Amazon basins and everything. But dude, that Brasilia is a bad stick, man.
You know, it's been a long time since I smoked one, and I think the last time I smoked one, it was plugged, and it just pissed me off, and I didn't smoke it. You know what I mean?
Give it another try.
I'll give it another try because I remember smoking it before, and I was thinking I really was digging that Brazil-type wrapper.
Got you.
So I'll definitely check it out. All right, what do you got for number 2?
Placencia Reserva Original.
Oh, good smoke.
You saw me smoking Saturday.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can say bad about that stick. Nothing. Construction, smoke, dude, the draw, the roller coaster ride, the flavors. It's just, there's nothing bad you can say about that, man.
No, you're right.
Number 3, Casa Fernandez, Arganosa Leaf Corona.
Arganosa?
Yeah, Arganosa.
How about Aganorsa?
Aganorsa?
Yeah, it's AG, not R. You're thinking of the Argonauts back when we were in
I'm
the
thinking
70s.
I'm up in East St. Louis and I'm speaking. Her.
Let your her down.
Yeah. Anyway.
You know that song?
I'm still going to say Argonauts leave Corona.
All right. So this week, I actually have one on today's list that was also on last week's list. I smoked it Saturday again while I was drinking coffee, and it is the Fonseca from my father's. Okay. Dude, that's been... I'm
going to find out.
Dude, I can't believe you haven't smoked one yet, to be honest with you. And then my number 2 this week was, what night was that? Oh, that was last night while I was doing the Straight Cut
interview.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was on their show and I smoked a 1926 number 1 natural. I have never smoked. Now, before you start getting all put out, I had never smoked the natural. I had smoked the Maduro, and I love it. The natural was a completely different experience, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
So that one's definitely on the list. And then the second smoke I smoked while I was on the show was the Viva La Vida Club 500 that had fallen in the back of my humidor that I didn't know I had. And I was like,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know how I feel about them Club 500.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So those were great smokes.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's shift gears here and talk about the 3 smokes that we'll be putting in our lineup during the Super Bowl game. What
ready?
What are we going to smoke, or what are you going to smoke during the Super Bowl?
Definition Cigars, the green label, the Noir.
All right.
First of all, that's going to be my first stick. My middle stick is going to be a Punch egg roll.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring it home last quarter, whatever it is, with a Club 500, baby.
Nice.
With a Club 500.
That's a good lineup. So I've done a lot of thinking on these 3 choices. Mm-hmm. It's the Super Bowl. And this game has a lot of implication on the legacy of Tom Brady.
Or
the
door opening of Mahomes.
But regardless, if Mahomes wins, it's another stepping stone.
He said if.
Wait, if Mahomes wins, it's another stepping stone in that direction.
Yeah.
He's not there yet. You can't give him... he's not even in the conversation.
Let me explain something. He's done things in the, 4 years he's been in now?
Okay, and if he breaks his neck tomorrow and never plays again...
Nobody will still ever be able to do the things he did.
Right, but he won't be the GOAT.
I understand. Okay, I'm with you on that.
We're going to get to that conversation.
Yeah,
we're going to get to that conversation.
I digress.
Okay. So, but anyway, those are 3 great sticks that you selected. I put a lot of thought into what each smoke I'm going to smoke. So, for kickoff, I'm going to light up a Padron 1926 Maduro.
Somebody got their stimulus.
And then, second stick, I'm going to light up a 1926 Maduro. No, I'm just messing with you. I'm
just saying, dude, what bank you robbed? You didn't call me? Come on, bro.
No. I'm kidding. I couldn't afford that game. Anyway, I'm going to go with the first stick. I want to roll in at a medium.
Okay.
I want to go in cruising.
Coming in hard.
Yeah, I know that's how you like it, but...
Hold up! Did he sneak that in? Look, I'm looking at you. Did he sneak that in?
Did you leave the door open? Did you leave the door open?
Man. Did you see? Bro, I'm done. I'm quiet for the rest of the show.
Okay. So, I want to slip in. Okay. So, anyway. Okay. Just looking at him over there doing that. Okay, so stop. So I'm probably going to start with something smooth. we're going to go with an AJ Cameroon, the New World. Dude, that is about as smooth of an entry as you can start out with. You disagree? Or are you just not going to talk? Come on, man. I've been given all of these accolades, and now you're going to sit over there and do me like this.
Dude, you did me. The door cracked, and you just kicked that some gun open. I'm like, wow, really?
Yes.
Really?
But
should I have expected anything less?
I'm
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm saying I'm sorry to myself because I set myself up.
Yeah.
I put myself out there for that one. I'm sorry to myself. Because to think anything less of Rob.
Right?
Yeah.
So, hey, before I get to my next two, I want to tell everybody what we're drinking.
Oh, yeah. Which one?
This is the Knob Creek 12-year, and then we were also drinking some Still Austin. Put it on the other camera there, producer. There you go, Still Austin. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see what they look like. But anyway, this is more my speed.
Yeah.
I'd like a little more boldness than what that is. Don't get me wrong.
That's smooth.
That is super smooth.
Yes.
It's a little maybe too smooth
for you,
for me.
But that cinnamon comes in, but it's not overpowering. And it mellows out really, really quick afterwards.
I got to think of what I would enjoy smoking with that. This already pairs up with most of what I smoke.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
Like, man, I'm trying to think of what I'm thinking. Maybe the La Aurora Corojo.
Yeah,
I
can see that.
I would like to try that
because if neither one would overpower. You'd
right
be able to enjoy
now,
both.
The next stick that I would want to try, which is completely opposite of that, is like the Rocky Patel San Andreas with the skull.
Oh yeah,
where the cigar comes off with a lot of spice, and see what that does with a smooth bourbon.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the shelf, and next week,
hey. So, this is another cigar. It's completely new on my radar.
What's that?
That I'm gonna put with my Super Bowl Sundae.
Here we go again. It's his show. He's adding in again.
I've only named one.
I'm shutting up.
I've only named one.
I'm shutting up.
Well, yeah, you should. So, anyway, I'm going to say the Pappy Van Winkle Maduro.
When have you smoked that?
I smoked one Saturday night. Keegan gave me one. And we have them in the leaf.
Oh, well, I will find out.
Yes.
I will
find
out.
Let me tell you what, I was super impressed. I'd never had one.
Me neither.
I thought the stick was probably more of a joke,
Than
a marketing ploy.
Yeah.
No, it was a good stick.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. In fact, Bill Kalane was there, and he told Ed that was one of his favorite cigars that he had ever smoked. And I was like,
Bill?
Right. So anyway, then I smoked one, and I was like, this is a very good stick. Very good stick. In fact, it should have been on my top 3.
Where's the price range of that?
15. And it's an upper echelon quality that warrants 15.
15, okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to be smoking them every day, but for a treat.
You got your similar talking about them 1926s.
No, I bought one. So
all right.
Anyway, so that's my first two.
Mm-hmm.
My final stick for the Super Bowl. And I would kind of like to wait until
to see what the score is,
to see who wins.
I got you.
Because really, I guess I'm going to cheat here. If the Kansas City Chiefs Royals win, I'm going to smoke the Definition cigar with the red band. And if the Tampa Bay Bucks win, I think I'm going to smoke the McAuliffe Reserva. I think both of those cigars fit those teams. So, and what I mean by that is like on one side you have just brute force, and that red band Definition cigar is going to be like, just giving it to you. And then on the other side, if Tom Brady can pull off the win, it's going to be with finesse. And that's what the McAuliffe Reserve is.
I can see the red. The Reserve is a great stick, so I can see that also. So, okay.
And Tom Brady's been around for so long. These cigars are aged. They're very...
Man, he played with Zonka.
And he got him to come play again because they're like, hell yeah, let's
Zonka.
do this.
I didn't say Gronk.
Oh, okay. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so give us one of your questions you were talking about earlier before we get into some other things here.
Okay. Coming from Sean, one of our Patreons. Give me the best liquor to pair with cigars besides bourbon.
Whew, you know, I haven't done a lot of research in this area because I am such a bourbon guy. And I'm gonna take Scotch out because that's a cheat.
Yeah.
You know, because that's Irish whiskey versus Southern Tennessee.
Something else. Give me something else.
So if I'm gonna say rum is one of my favorites.
And which one?
The next one. Well, you know, I told you about the one that I picked up that was from the Dominican Republic. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Yeah.
And I look. It looks like rum overall is usually substantially cheaper.
Yeah.
But the Bumbu was fantastic. It was amazing. But it was also completely different from the Dominican Republic one that I enjoyed.
Because Bumbu comes from Barbados.
And so, you know, the good thing is I don't care for spice in my rum, which Bumbu doesn't have. It might have a hint, but then that Dominican Republic had zero. And so if I'm going to drink rum, I don't like the spice. And maybe I would try some more with a certain cigar and see how that worked out.
Gotcha.
But just drinking it, you know, straight, I don't care for the spice. But maybe with the cigar, maybe that's something I.
My pick would have been rum, and it would have been Bumbu, and the stick that I paired with that at that time was the McAuliffe Sumatra because of the spice and everything coming from that. I didn't get it from the Bumbu, but I had it from my stick, so it paired perfectly. And the other stick that I had was the McAuliffe, Monte Cristo Platinum.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I think those are good choices. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. And those were the two I had with that Bumbu. And it was,
well,
when I say paired well, they paired perfectly with them.
I don't want to just leave it at rum.
I know, but that's
so
what I picked.
Because we're both saying rum, you know, I haven't really enjoyed enough tequila. So I really wouldn't be able to say a tequila that I would say, oh, I enjoy that. Because maybe I don't like tequila.
Okay.
But, I mean, I haven't tried a lot of tequilas since I matured at 35. But, you know, I just don't drink a lot of tequilas. So I'm trying to think. I mean, I do drink typically whiskey, bourbon, and scotch. If I was going to say I was going to drink anything else, usually for me it would be like a dark beer. You know what I mean? And I don't drink very much beer, but when I do, I like a nice dark beer that's going to be not bitter, but more creamy, more flavorful without being the bitter. I hate bitter beer. IPA, no, thank you.
Does it count you out?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely out. But a nice dark beer, you know, I can't remember the last one I had. I had one down there at Boss's, and it was like, I don't even remember the name of it. It was something funky, like some dragon balls, something.
Here we go again. We cannot stay away from it. Since you're on vacation.
Yes.
Okay. What is the thought process for a day off when you are going to smoke cigars all day?
All day.
Give me a lineup. You start light. Maybe if you start light with Connecticut's. And do you have a palate cleanser?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Okay, talk about it.
So, I mean, dude, when I know I'm off and I can go down to the Leaf and hang out in the back in the members lounge. I mean, the place is amazing. It's so comfortable.
Yeah.
I can be back there by myself loving it. I can be back there with 10 people loving it. You know, whatever. It doesn't matter. But when I go in, and I love getting there at 10 o'clock when they open, I go straight to the humidor, and I will tell Scott, hey, I'm going to be here all day.
Start a tab.
Because I don't want 6 charges on my debit card.
Just one.
You know what I mean? Let's just do one. And that way I also don't have to think about what I'm smoking next.
Yeah.
I can pick the stick that I want to smoke right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to pick 4 sticks right now.
I got you.
Because I'm going to pick what I want to smoke now, and then when I'm done,
go back.
I can go back and look around and see if I want to try something new. I can get some advice from Scott, or I can go back to an old favorite.
Gotcha.
I can look around and just see if there's something that catches my eye.
Gotcha.
So that's the way I do it.
Okay.
And like, I want to say, you know, this last Saturday, I was like, I'm going to go with the Fonseca. And that was great. And then I went with the old Fonseca.
Okay.
Actually, I started with that one.
And then you went to the new one.
Right. And I tell you what, both of them were fantastic. And I don't want this to get out.
Because you don't want them to leave.
Right. But the old box has been in the humidor for years. It's aged. It's mellow.
Very mature.
Oh, it's very nice.
Gotcha.
And right now, there's only one out of the box.
And that's the one you smoke.
Yes. I actually thought about buying the whole box that day because I was like, and I think they're like $6.90.
That's even a blessing. That's even a bigger blessing.
Dude, so, I mean, a cigar at that quality, I was just like, should I buy the whole box?
And just hide it.
Right.
Put it in a locker that is me and Bryant's, but I only have the key. So he'll never get in.
That locker.
And it's supposed to be my locker. Started off as my locker, but Jay gave him the key, and I've never seen the inside of the locker.
Let me tell you something. I like the way this is working out.
I don't. I don't.
Jay, appreciate you, buddy. You know what?
And I look at that. And then they lied to me for like 2 weeks because I bought that bottle of Woodford Reserve. And then Larry bring a bottle over here. This is the bottle that was in the locker. Then he tells me Saturday, does this look familiar? Fuck. Get you.
Forget you.
Get you.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, come on, man. And then he locks it back and leaves with the key. So I still don't see it. Just like a little kid teasing. You remember this?
It's like, dude, if I would have asked Jay for this scenario, it couldn't have turned out any better.
No, it wouldn't.
For me. You know me.
I love Jay. Every time I look at that locker, like, I can't even go in there. I look back and I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. So start out with that, and then the next cigar I'd go in, and you know what? I'm wanting to keep it semi-mellow because I know I'm going to be there for a while. So I might go with the La Aurora Corojo, something that is actually lighter than the Fonseca.
Great choice.
Yeah, great choice. And, you know, I'm a fan of a lot of their cigars. But then, you know, after a medium and then a light medium, you want to come back, and I tell you, probably the next go-to for me is going to be the McAuliffe. And lately, it's been the Medallia, and it's been the Toro.
Whoa.
And
you hear that, Dad?
Well, you know, the thing about it is that smoke lasts me a little longer, and it's a whole different experience, and it just seems smokier. I don't know if you've had that experience, but it's a good smoky cigar.
I love a smoky cigar.
You know what I mean? It's going to last you a long time.
Yeah.
The smokiness is just right on.
I love that atmosphere of a lot of smoke. I do. Even though I love it when it clears out, when, you know, the metafies clear everything out so you can see. But I just love that initial plume of smoke, man. That's just cool to me.
And you know what's nice about Jay's place is you puff out all that smoke, and within minutes,
it's gone.
It's clear. Maybe seconds.
It's gone.
Because it's like, I was actually watching the smoke the other day. Larry was smoking, and I was like, dude, it dissipates quick. Mm-hmm. So hats off to Jay for that. Yes. But you know what I mean? I want to get something a little stronger. Yeah. And then usually by the fourth cigar, last weekend, I bought a Lee Bijou 1922. Whew. I was like, I'm finishing off the day with a punch. And I'll tell you what, those 4 cigars lit it up for me.
Somebody with really white collar on that right there.
Hey, man.
You're not blue collar with us on that.
No,
you enjoyed yourself.
It was what I consider to be upper echelon cigars across the board, and price ranges from $6.50 to $12, $13. Yeah.
So what is your palate cleaner?
Well, I've got 2. One is the Topo Chico Lime, which I don't care for the non-flavored one. Oh. Just the Topo Chico regular.
I like the grapefruit.
I don't care for that either.
Yeah, I understand, but
I do like the lime. Mm-hmm. And then the other one, which I know you love, is the Lemonade Sprite.
Lemonade.
Lemonade.
It clears your palate.
Now, last time I had one, though, I will have to say, by the time I got down to the end, it was way too sweet for me.
That backwash from you.
It might have been, but it was too sweet for me.
So you just discarded that part of it?
No, I finished it.
I'm not wasting my money. He went black blue collar on us real quick.
Yeah.
He splurged on his sticks, but like, I'm finishing this soda. I'm not wasting my money. I got you, bro.
Then Ed pulls out some George Dickel Bottle and Bond. That
home run
cleansed my palate.
Home run.
Yeah, that was for the Lee Bijou. Home run. And it was night, lights out.
Okay. Give me your best coffee cigar combo.
I'm a big fan.
I know this. That's why we know this will hit you.
I'm going to say, as far as morning cigar smokers, I don't think you're going to find someone that enjoys a morning cigar as much as I do. Now, no, let me take that back. You might find someone that enjoys it as much as I do, but there will be no one that enjoys it more.
I got you.
And especially when I have my delicious coffee.
Yeah.
I've been loving some Brazilian dark roast. I fresh grind it. It's just immaculate.
Okay.
And so smoking with those, I'm going to give a handful.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, one of the ones I really like is the, not the Medallia, it's the McAuliffe Herencia Habano.
Good stick.
With coffee.
Perfect with coffee, yeah.
Yes, great. It's full of flavor. It's not overpowering, but the flavor profile is just amazing.
I love that with that Kenyan.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Well, I like it with the Brazilian.
Okay.
I don't really care for the Kenya that much. In fact, when I was at the Leaf the other day, I was like, "What coffee is this?" And he was like, "Kenya." And I was like, "I knew it." And the thing about it is, it's not that it's bad; it's just so acidic to me.
To you, okay.
And so that's a great coffee, but it's not anywhere near the top of my flavor profile of choice. Okay. The Sumatra, the Brazilian, the Colombian, all those. Oh, Costa Rican. All those light my skirt on fire.
Skirt.
It blows my skirt up.
Next one.
So, I also love the AJ Cameroon. Great coffee stick. I also love the McAuliffe Connecticut.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's a perfect stick for coffee.
You know what? It's been a while since I've had that one.
Sumatra and that.
That one's the one I'm going to have next.
Coffee. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another one that caught me off guard was the 5 Vegas Classic.
Good.
A friend of mine gave me a couple of those.
We smoked them earlier.
And, dude, that was an impressive stick. I don't know that I've ever had that, but I can tell you what. It said classic, which automatically put me to thinking, it if you're gonna write classic on the side of your, it better be really good. And after I smoked it, I was like, holy crap, that was really good.
They hit it.
They did. And then another coffee stick. I mean, dude, there's so many good coffee sticks. And I'll tell you this, I think cigars go better with coffee than they do bourbon, scotch.
Me too.
Any of that. I mean, honestly, if I'd never had to sleep, that's all I would do.
If I never had the nap guy, so we know that he's not going to drink. The dude drinks a pot of coffee in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then still takes a nap.
Yes.
And what is it? An hour, 2 hours?
Usually 2. Every once in a while. No,
Luke says 4.
That's not true.
No, he said take 4 naps. 1 to 5.
Negative. Oh, but yeah, I'm a professional.
We know.
I take a lot of pride, mainly because I just enjoy them so much. But it's like, don't mess with me during my nap time. You know what? Me and Tim Rickman have been friends now for like 35 years. Uh-huh. And that dude still every now and then calls me during nap time.
He said he hasn't got the clue yet.
I don't answer
the phone yet. This time I don't answer, so don't call around this time.
Yeah.
I realized that, and we've been friends, 3 years now? This is a certain time of day, he probably sleeps, so I'll wait till later.
And if I do call and he doesn't answer, I'm not going to text him and say, hey, what are you doing?
Nope. Mm-mm. I know what he's doing.
So,
sleep.
Anyway, next question.
That's it.
All right, man. So, one last thing. Who's the GOAT? And I already know who you're going to say without hearing you say it. You've never told me this, but I'm just going to say you're going to say Joe Montana.
Hell yeah. Ain't no. It's undefeated in Super Bowls. Never been defeated in a Super Bowl.
And that's huge.
Never been defeated in the Super Bowl. I don't care if we were behind, he found a way of winning the game. Never been defeated. That was even before Jerry Rice. The first one before Jerry Rice.
Now, he has been defeated in championship games to get into the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, because you punks were stealing everybody.
I'm just saying. No, he also lost with Kansas City.
That was the AFC. But then he had Marcus Allen behind him, so I really can't say anything.
Right. So, I mean, he didn't lose Super Bowls, but he did lose the game to get into the Super Bowl, so he's only been to 4.
And he has what?
4 rings.
Thank you.
How many rings Brady got?
6, but how many he been to?
He's been to 9. This will be 10. Mm-hmm. So you're batting 6.
You go.
What's your batting average?
So you
if
go.
You hit 6
no,
out of
you
9?
go 100%. To now we got to figure out what his batting average is. Okay, every time he won. But this guy, okay, add it up. What's the math? And then you got to look at the errors that they play in, because that's where the difference is. That's where the difference is, the errors. Because you have people that argue about LeBron and Jordan.
Well, I mean, if you compare Mahomes with Brady, completely different.
Yeah, because he's coming up in the Brady is on the back end of this era, and this is the era that Mahomes is starting in.
Right.
So yeah, it's a totally
different.
But you have to look at the talent level too, because Brady's never been a scrambler. From day one, he's never been a scrambler.
He's never had the talent around him.
Come on now.
Other than Randy Moss,
the year they went undefeated until they get to the Super Bowl, he had talent around him, and he still lost what? To who? The Giants.
Okay, I give you that. But he's won it 6 out of 9 times.
4-0.
6.
4-0.
Beats 4.
4-0.
I'm just saying.
No matter what you say, when I got there, I won.
But you didn't get there as much.
It didn't matter.
You couldn't.
We got there, and we got there more than 1. We got there more than 2. Because there are teams that are 1-0. 2-0.
Also, though, Brady also won Super Bowls with less talent. There were some teams that he had with a lot of talent, but there were some teams where he didn't have talent.
How much talent did we have the first time we went?
I don't know.
We didn't. Only 2 people remember is Montana and Dwight Clark. And they remember Clark because he just stole Danny White's Super Bowl.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I wasn't a huge Montana fan because he was a 49er.
He was a 49er. I understand that.
I didn't watch him. I didn't like him.
You hated him.
Yeah.
He was like, he went but it doesn't matter.
So I'm going to say right off the bat, though, I didn't keep up with Montana's career. So you did.
I did.
So you have a different perspective than I do.
I did.
But as far as I'm concerned, the measure is how many Super Bowls did you win?
Yeah, if you play 20 years, you should make it there. Especially who his coach was. Cheat Mac.
Well, yeah.
Hold up. What was that? What was the villain's name on Rocky and Bullwinkle? That's who Belichick is to me. He always looked for the loop.
And I will say this, with the level or the amount of cheating that they have been caught red-handed doing, yeah, that kind of puts a knock on being the GOAT.
They stole the second one from the Rams because they taped their entire practices right before the Super Bowl. And then what did they get? A slap on the wrist for it. A slap on the wrist.
And then you had Deflategate.
Deflategate. And then the tuck rule because they shouldn't even made it to that Super Bowl.
I was 100% against them winning that game. I was like,
the
dude,
tuck
it
rule,
should have been Oakland.
It should have been
all day
the
long.
Raiders.
So now, see, this conversation
that takes three away from him. From the cheating. So now he's 3-0. Now he's 3 out of 9.
Because I'm going to give it to you.
That's 33%.
He shouldn't have made it to the Super Bowl against the Raiders.
No.
That tuck rule, although that's the way it is now, we've never seen that rule before.
Because he was hit and fumbled.
So, but let me just tell you this.
What's that?
If he wins against Mahomes this week, I'm going to give it to him.
Okay.
Because that's going to be a tough game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I think they have a great chance to win. I think that the favorite odds lean towards the Chiefs.
On any given Sunday,
any team can win.
That's right.
I didn't think they'd be able to beat Green Bay.
Oh,
I didn't think they would be able to beat the Saints.
Nobody did.
So, you know what? I don't think that they can beat the Chiefs, but if they get a couple of big plays from their defense, I think it could happen.
But then again, it's not him. You just said it was the defense that had to help him win.
Absolutely.
That's just like what was his name? The quarterback from Hasselbeck.
I mean,
with Seattle.
Brady threw 3 interceptions last week, and the defense saved them. Because if you have 3 turnovers in the second half, you should lose.
Against who?
Right.
Against who?
So you should lose.
Yes.
So anyway, it's going to be depending. I think this is a big Super Bowl on the legacy of Brady.
Okay.
Because if he plays again next year, which I think he will.
Oh yeah, you know he's gonna come back. The rules are in his favor because he won't get touched. Yeah, he'll play next year. I just shut up. He'll play next year.
But my thing is, if he plays again next year and makes it to the Super Bowl, I mean, dude, nobody else has come close. And he's still doing it at 43, next year 44.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, can you imagine yourself out there?
Nah.
At our age?
Nah.
Negative, Ghost
I couldn't
Rider.
ride myself out there in the 40s, man. Oof. I just stayed with you know.
Hey, I could have played. I could have played in my 30s.
I did play in my 30s.
I could play back in my 30s in the pro football if I would have been playing with Joe Namath. Because those dudes were like drinking every night, smoking cigars.
They was doing more than smoking cigars. They was sniffing lines, doing it. They didn't feel any pain until 2 days later.
I seen Joe Namath the other day on TV, and I was like, that dude's still going.
He still is. It's that preservative still
in. Yes, absolutely. Well, hey, guys, man, that's going to wrap it up this week. Be looking for... Oh, did we announce the winner?
Yes, thank you for remembering.
Wow.
Thank you for remembering. We almost did it again.
2 weeks in a row we would have forgot. What is it? Say it. Mike Wood.
The winner is Mike Wood.
Mike Wood. And his comment was, we got to read off the comment, producer.
It was.
He acts like you don't know what we're doing all of a sudden. Yes. Listen to you guys argue each week. Makes me want to smoke a fake Cuban while drinking a $26 bourbon. I just wonder who'll get custody of Luke in the divorce.
He had all three of us.
He had all three of us. He was the only one that had all three of us
in it
for something.
And then talking about our arguments.
Yeah. So
but the fake Cuban was what got me.
Now, Mr. Wood, you got to send me an email so I can get your address because I don't know how to find it. You're on YouTube, but that doesn't mean I know how to find you. So make sure you send me an email with your address, and we'll get you this Bugatti sent to you, and you can take it over.
You take it over. It's yours. I'm not giving up mine.
That's right. So anyway, guys, hope you have a great week, and until next time,
keep smoking.
Boom.